I have to be careful what I say in this video. I have to be careful what I say in this video because I was just talking to a Liverpool fan and it's like I couldn't say anything. Yeah, I couldn't say anything. It's like whatever I said to this man, he was very defensive about it and he was adamant that Liverpool has already wrapped up the Premier League title and it's okay. It's basically okay to fall off a bit now. It's basically okay to fall off a bit now, and I shouldn't say what if anything, like what if they lose the rest games or what if this happens. Basically, I can't say it, and I have to be careful what I say in this video, okay? So, Liverpool has finally lost a Premier League match this season. The unbeaten run has finally come to an end after 422 days of Premier League dominance. They're still dominant, but the unbeaten run has finally come to an end after 44 matches, falling 5 short of Arsenal's record of 49 unbeaten Premier League matches. This is the first Premier League loss since January the 3rd, 2019, when they lost to Manchester City. And with this loss against Watford, Liverpool, if they win their if they win their next 4 matches, they could actually clinch the title away at the Etihad. Something that Liverpool fans would actually enjoy a lot. But ideally, I think the Premier League title should be clinched at home at Anfield. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? But hats off to Watford, man. Hats off to Watford. I bet most of us wrote them off. I bet even Watford fans wrote themselves off because of how bad they've been this season. But since the appointment of Nigel Pearson, after the sacking of Quique Flores-Sanchez, and after the sacking of, what was the last manager name again? Javi Gracia. Watford has really, pulled things back. They have really pulled things back. And they're now currently out of the relegation zone after coming into the match in 19th. So if we look at the standings right now, Watford should be 17th. The thing is taking a while to load, but Watford should be 17th right about now. What a performance. What a freaking performance by Watford Football Club under the tutelage of Nigel Pearson. Liverpool looked way off pace today. They looked off their game. They look like they're still on vacation. And ever since Liverpool has come back from that mid-season winter break, whatever you want to call it, they have looked kind of sluggish. They have not looked themselves at all. And they have been somewhat lackluster, if you ask me. Seriously. 3-0 to Watford. 3-0 to Watford. This is unacceptable. And what the Liverpool fan was actually telling me, he's like, Klopp is giving people the impression that he's not really going for the invincible record, but he is because of the strong side he chose today against Watford. He felt that Liverpool should have rested key players. Liverpool, he's basically saying that all 3 players up top should have been rested. Mane, Firmino, and Salah, who were basically not even, hardly in the game today. Hardly in the game. This has to be one of the worst games Liverpool's front 3 has played since they teamed up. This has to be one of the worst Liverpool performances I have seen. But with saying that, I am not discrediting Watford's brilliant performance. Seriously. Seriously. So let me get the stat right. Watford are now 17th, 27 points. So they're fighting, man. They're fighting to stay up. They're fighting to stay up. They're currently 2 points. Well, they're currently tied on points with Bournemouth, better goal difference. 2 points ahead of Aston Villa and 6 points ahead of bottom place Norwich. There's also West Ham with 27 points, Brighton 28 points, Newcastle 32, Southampton 34, Crystal Palace 36, Everton 36, Arsenal 37, and so on and so forth. So Watford still in with a fighting chance, still 10 matches to go. So with more performances like this, Watford, man, you are guaranteed to stay up. But you have to be a bit more consistent here. You got to be a bit more consistent here. And as I said, this was one of the worst performances I've seen from Liverpool. I know this season, a lot of the games they have won, they weren't at their best, and they still somehow managed to get over the finish line. It didn't happen today. I was waiting for Liverpool to respond today, and they never did. They never did. After the first Watford goal, I'm like, okay, Watford, why are you guys celebrating? It's too early. It's way too early. It's way too early. Don't celebrate yet. But then another goal came. And then I'm like, still, don't celebrate yet. Liverpool turned around a 2-1 scoreline against West Ham last time around and won the game 3-2. They could do it. But then a third goal came, and I'm like, it's done now. Definitely can't come back from 3 goals down. This is not a two-legged affair. Liverpool, somewhat toothless today. Defensively inept. Lacked creativity. And lacked the execution up top. That summed up the performance. Watford, on the other hand, they were brilliant. They dealt with Liverpool's press brilliantly. They were compact when they needed to be, and going forward, they were potent. And it showed in the scoreline. 3 goals at home at Vicarage Road, 2-0 against Liverpool. The table toppers. The team who were on course to win their first title in 30 years. Champions elect. The team who were basically hunting down an invincible season. The team still on course to get 100 points this season in the Premier League. The team that did not lose a game for 400 plus days. So, 18 wins in a row, tied with Manchester City. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, look, Dominic, you are happy that Liverpool lost the game. You are happy. You are this, you are that. To be honest, in the context of the season, it doesn't matter. Seriously. I'm glad that the record is still intact and it's a Liverpool City thing in terms of 18 in a row. But I'm not happy that Liverpool lost. You know who I'm happy for? I'm happy for Watford. I'm happy for Nigel Pearson and Watford. Watford was a team I never really liked that much because of how they treated managers and just how they do things. But since Pearson came in, I kind of felt sorry for Watford a bit. And he has done a good job. And with players like Deeney and Saw, who I like, Delafeu, who I like, Ducory and Capo, and these guys, you gotta feel sorry, and you just gotta wish them the best, and you just gotta be happy for Watford and what they've done since Nigel Pearson's appointment. This man could pull off the great escape. This league, the last 10 games in this league are gonna be very, very interesting. It's gonna be a fight to see who's gonna stay up. Gonna be a fight for Champions League and Europa League places. It's gonna get more interesting as the season goes on. But let's talk a bit about the nitty-gritty of this game. I have some notes written down here. Lovren came in for Gomez. I wasn't aware that Gomez was actually injured. Oxlade-Chamberlain came in for Naby Keita to bring more creativity in the middle. Henderson, as we all know, he's out injured. For the lineups, for Liverpool, Alisson, Van Dijk, Lovren, and I'm kind of confused to why Klopp went with Lovren and not Matip. Ever since his injury, Matip has not found his place in the team again. But why go with Lovren and not Matip? That's kind of confusing. You know what I mean? And not to point fingers at Lovren, but Lovren does not improve your defense. Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, their delivery and their crosses wasn't up to par on the day. They were error prone. They were on their heels a lot of times today. Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Ox in the middle didn't have their best games. And I kept on saying, since Fabinho came back from his injury, he hasn't been that good. Fabinho has not been that good. And you could disagree with me if you want, I don't care, but Fabinho hasn't been that good. I still think Liverpool needs to sign a midfielder, to be honest. They need to sign another midfielder. That's just my opinion. It might not be yours, but I'm just saying. Up top, Mane, Salah, Firmino, they were hardly involved in the game. Liverpool had one single shot on target. One shot on target. Their best chance was when Lallana hit the post in the second half, and Salah, from a tight angle, hit the side netting. Otherwise, Liverpool didn't really have any clear-cut chances like that. No clear-cut chances. The one shot on target, easy save for Ben Foster. You remember another time the ball kind of popped up and Watford had a very nervous moment there where the ball was bouncing around a bit, but they dealt with it in the end. Liverpool, they were quite surprising. This performance was like weird. It's a weird performance. It's like, was that Liverpool I just saw play? Was that Liverpool? It can't be. Can't be Liverpool I just watched play that game. It can't be. It definitely cannot be. Off the bench came Minamino, Divock Origi, and who else came off the bench there in the end? Yeah, I have it written down here. Adam Lallana. Klopp basically threw the kitchen sink at it in the end. But first half, I think Watford dealt with Liverpool pretty well in the first 30 minutes. They were compact, they stifled them, and they counter-attacked very well through the likes of Sarr and Gerard Deulofeu. In about the 32nd minute mark or so, Gerard Deulofeu picked up an injury, nasty knee injury, and he had to go off. I made a video talking about that, and I do think that Virgil van Dijk is at fault for that. Maybe Deulofeu's reaction to the shove was kind of over the top, and he may have injured himself, trying to convince the referee that he was fouled. Maybe that's a situation too. But Virgil van Dijk clearly, with his hand, shoved Deulofeu. And a lot of you guys disagreed with me and say that, come on, go watch the video and you'll see. Okay? Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Stevie Wonders out there, just go. Or maybe you guys are just simply biased. Or maybe you guys are just 13 and you're trolling. Maybe. But that was a big turning point in the game, and I thought that it was going to affect Watford adversely. But it didn't. It didn't. Watford kept plugging away at it. Liverpool kept fighting as well. And they had 5 minutes extra time before the first half whistle. And Watford could have taken the lead then and there, but Alisson foiled Troy Deeney's brilliant chance. Ball was played over the top. Alisson ran out, first to it, fumbled it. Deeney trying to put the rebound over Alisson. Really good save. And the rebound again was put wide by Troy Deeney. It was 0-0 at halftime. And at that point, I'm like, listen, we've seen it all before. We've seen it all season. Liverpool are going to come back hard in the second half and they're going to spank Watford. And they did come back hard in the second half. But early in the second half, Watford could have scored. It was a mistake by Lovren. Saw was played in. He got a shot off, but Alisson saved it. That was a warning sign from Watford. But after that, between like the 46th and the 54th minute, Liverpool began to turn the screw. Liverpool were looking for that first goal. And then, against the run of play, Watford scored. Against the run of play, Watford scored. And that was a comical goal to concede if you really go back and you look at it. It came from a throw-in, a long throw. The ball went over the Liverpool defender. It bounced. Doucouré was the first to it. Lifted his head up. Squared it. Saw. Goal. 1-0. And I'm like, I can't believe this. Watford has taken the lead. But still, don't get too excited, Watford. It's Liverpool you're playing. These guys have turned things around all season. They have won 26 games, drawing 1. Don't celebrate. Do not celebrate. But then, Watford scored again. So the second Watford goal was kind of weird. It was kind of weird because it came from the right-hand side. It was a little bit, to be honest, I'll have to go back and watch over that goal. But it was a weird one because the ball almost went out of play. But somehow Watford managed to keep it in play and get a nice through ball in for Ismail Assar, who had run in behind Liverpool's defense, who was on their heels, and one-on-one with Alisson, he dispatched it beautifully for his second goal, and that happened in the 60th minute. And at that point, Klopp got desperate, took off Oxlade-Chamberlain, took off Wijnaldum, brought on Lallana, and brought on Divock Origi. Lallana immediately hit the post. Liverpool were looking like, listen, man, we're going to fight this. We're going to come back here. 2-0 down. We're still in this game. Still half an hour to go. We've done this in the past and we could do it again. And I'm basically saying, it's on. It is on now. It is on. But, surprisingly, it would be Watford to score a third goal before Liverpool could get one. Another defensive blunder. Trent Alexander-Arnold with that horrible back pass. Straight to Saw, who had run in nicely behind Liverpool's defense once again. Then he had the presence of mind to just lift his head up, pass it nicely to the captain, Troy Deeney, and Alisson, who had deserted his goal, got chipped. Watford 3, Liverpool 0. Minamino came on for Firmino. Ismail Assar did get another brilliant chance to complete a hat-trick. Maybe he was marginally offside, but that went wide. Trent Alexander-Arnold rushing him off the field just after that chance because he got subbed off. I don't know why he was doing that. 3-0 down, 8 minutes plus extra time to go. I don't think so, man. Well, never say never. It was almost 15 minutes to score 3. But Liverpool on the day did not look like a team who was going to score 3 goals. Let's all be honest here. Let's all be honest. Liverpool were beaten fair and square. And I'm glad there were no VAR drama and controversy or anything. to basically debate here. Nothing. I'm ready to hear. I don't even think Liverpool fans could come up with excuses right now. But all in all, hats off to Watford. Hats off to Watford. They played well. It was a good win. It was a damn good win, and they deserve all the praises. They deserve it. Nothing should be taken away from Watford in this game. Nothing. They deserve it. Could Liverpool bounce back and win their remaining games? Yeah. Could they lose more? Yeah. But we would just all have to sit back and wait and see what happens. It's simply put. I'm not gonna speculate and say what if Liverpool lose all remaining. I'm not gonna say that. I'm really not gonna bring up that debate. I know I was talking to the Liverpool fan at work about what if, but I'm not gonna do on my channel. I won't do that. If Liverpool want to go and lose their remaining games, that's up to them. Then we'll talk about it if it happens, but I'm not going to say what if it happens. You know what I mean? So Watford, 14 shots at goal, 5 on target, 29% of the ball. 300 passes, 65% pass accuracy, still won the game. Liverpool, 7 shots at goal, 1 on target, 71% possession, 730 passes, with an 84% pass accuracy. And in that 16%, a few mistakes that cost them the game. So, shout outs to Ben Foster, Kiko Femenia, Kabasele, Katkarth, Messina, Hughes, Kapui, Ismail Assar, Abdoulaye Doucouré, Gerard Delafeu, Troy Deeney, Roberto Pereira, Ignacio Pacetto, and Nathaniel Chalobah, and of course, Nigel Pearson for spanking that ass. Liverpool has picked up their first L this season. And I'll talk more about this game in the next episode of It's All About the L's, because Leicester City did lose their match yesterday against Norwich. We play Aston Villa tomorrow in the Carabao Cup final, and we could well take an L too, so it might be a very, very spicy episode. So, for some insights here, guys, Watford are the first side to beat Liverpool in the Premier League since Manchester City in January 2019, ending the joint longest winning streak of 18 and the second longest unbeaten run of 44 in English top flight history. Hats off to Liverpool. They have been great. Not taking anything away from Liverpool and what they've done this season and before, not discrediting them at all. It was just inevitable. I thought they were going to go invincible. I said that in the video, but I guess that video doesn't mean anything right now. But I believed in Liverpool. Just let's put it out there. Liverpool's 3-0 loss was the biggest margin of defeat for a side starting the day top of the Premier League since November 2015, when Man City won, Liverpool 4. So those are your own medicine, I guess. Watford's victory over Liverpool today was the biggest over a side starting the top of the... Let me bring that again. Watford's victory over Liverpool today was the biggest over a side starting the day top of the top flight table by a team in the relegation zone since Leicester beat Man United 3-0 on November 23rd, 1985. So this is a big performance from Watford, and Liverpool, this has been your worst performance all season. Or maybe it just summarizes all the bad performances that they have put out this season and still won the game. If you understand what I'm saying. But since the break, Liverpool have not been good. They haven't been good at all. Against Norwich, that 1-0 win wasn't so convincing. Atletico Madrid lost in the Champions League. The 3-2 win against West Ham, it was kind of close. They almost lost. And now against Watford. They play Chelsea next in the FA Cup, the 5th round, away. Then they meet Bournemouth. Then they play Atletico Madrid again in the second leg, Everton, Crystal Palace, and then Man City, where if they win all those Premier League games, they can clinch the title. As I said, I do believe Liverpool will still win the Premier League title, but let's see how they do in their last 10 matches. 10 matches to go. Let's see how they do. I'm not saying that Liverpool are going to continue to lose games, but just let's see. I've been going on way too long. I'm hungry. I got to go do my inspection on my car like right now. That's the reason why I left work a bit earlier today. I only did 8 hours on the job today. But it was a good day for Premier League football though. Seriously. It was a good day for Premier League football. And Liverpool, they must feel relieved to have that, monkey off their back. That invincible and that unbeaten thing and that run of wins and all of that off their back. And they can now breathe easy and get back to business. If you know what I'm saying. Guys, if you're new around here, don't forget, smash the thumbs up button. Well, if you're new around here, please consider to subscribe and smash the thumbs up button if you enjoy the video. Visit cardsplug.com/Dominic Rich FC. Use the coupon code Dominic Rich FC to get yourself 20% off one of those lovely cards they have over there. If I forgot to talk about anything major in the match, please list it down below. I'm only human. I spent 27 minutes talking about this match, but I probably still forgot some major things. But just let me know in the comment section down below. Jurgen Klopp, wasn't your day. You didn't get it right today. But hats off to Nigel Pearson. I'll be back with more from this game. So guys, from your boy Dominic Rich, thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad.